I reiterate, I think Japan can go off the list. Welcome back everyone to some more F123 driver career mode. We are heading into the Japanese Grand Prix today. Hoping for some new upgrades soon, but it looks like the facilities are still yet to be upgraded into Spec 3. Nothing in the works right now, so that's a bit unfortunate. No real upgrades ever since the Dutch Grand Prix for us. We've been stable and sitting just there in the middle of the field right now. Hopefully we do get some upgrades soon. But that will require some time. Maybe we might be done with upgrades for the whole season if we don't find a way to upgrade our facilities. I'm now valued higher than our teammate Yuki Tsunoda, which is interesting. His focus now dropping to 90, so he's been struggling recently with a DNF last time in Singapore, so unlucky for him. 93 rated though. Standings wise, P4 with 193 points to my name, behind the leaders of Russell, Leclerc and Hamilton, and then of course Yuki Tsunoda in P9. P3 for AlphaTauri right now in the constructor standings, quite solidifying our position there, but we need to continue the good form. Japan, a track that I've struggled a bit in the past, but let's see if we can make up for it. I think I may have improved. I've just played this game a lot more. We're reaching almost 50. I think this is episode 49 of driver career mode, plus like 8 other my team videos and a couple other multiplayer videos. So I think we're reaching a point where I should be getting accustomed to the game. So let's see if that is the case. Let's see if I've actually improved and see how well we do here in the Suzuka International Racing Course. Welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix Suzuka International Racing Course. Well, let's just go out there, settle lap time, because there's nothing else I can really do here. Feeling okay, but I'm not quite sure if I have the pace. We'll see. Car has improved since our last outing as well, so that is another plus. But we'll see. There's rain expected for race day. It might be wet or Inter's condition for most of the race, so we'll see how our qualifying will be, because that will pretty much determine our finishing position. We'll see how well we do here. Our first banker lap, let's take a look and see how well we perform here. 130R, made it nicely through. Let's get the chicane right, please. We need good grip out of that last corner to set ourselves up nicely to the line. 4/10 off the pace of De Vries. We need more pace. We need more thrust. Improving. Much better take of the chicane. Much better grip out of that final corner. And fastest sector 3, I'll take that. P5, just behind my teammate. 2/10 behind Carlos Sainz. Okay, I'll take that. Is Albon on push lap? No, he's not. This is good. This is turning out to be a decent lap. I think we might be safe. Alright, by the end of the session, George Russell tops the group with Yuki Tsunoda P11 and myself in P14, making it through with only those 2 laps that we did early doors. Sargent, Albon, Gasly, De Vries, and Zhou out. Ooh, Gasly's an interesting name in the Alpine out of this session, very far away from his teammate in P7. Alright, so let's move on to Q2. Here we go then, this is it. Final lap on fresh softs and low fuel. Let's bring it across the line. Let's see what we've got. Improved by 1.2 seconds on our used soft tire run. P7, we're into Q3. This is good. There we go, into Q3. But our teammate sadly misses out on a Q3 appearance. Magnussen, Piastri, Tsunoda, Bottas, and Russell. Wow, a Mercedes driver out in P11. That is quite a surprise. But moving on to the final round, let's see what we've got in the tank for Q3. This is the best lap I can do. Let's see if I'm improving. 7/10 improved. Not quite sure if that's good enough to get any place higher. P10, yep, it's the best I got. Pace isn't there. It's Japan, what'd you expect? Well, what do you know? Full second behind Lewis Hamilton, who takes pole position today, right ahead of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. Yeah, I just don't have the pace in this car, and it's a real struggle trying to keep this car on track. Like, a lot of slippage around the corner, so I think I lost a couple tenths here and there, especially around Spoon, where I did kind of lose the rear end. But hey, it is what it is. It's gonna rain on race day, so let's see how that is going to affect the race pace of everyone and the situation on track. Let's head into race day. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you are, there are a couple things you can do to support the channel. First off, press that like button and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe by pressing the red button down below and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. Thank you guys so much for your support. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the video.
Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Issa Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today at the Japanese Grand Prix? We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at a wet and windy Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with Sector 1 likely to prove especially difficult in these conditions. We should see overtaking into turns 1 and 16 today, and maybe a few Kobayashi-style dives into the hairpin as well. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Ocon, the rookie, Russell, Bottas, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Magnussen, Joe, De Vries, Gasly, Albon and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
Alright, P10 starting position, then it's going to be halfway through and then switch over to the inters again. So it's going to be a one-stop strategy. That's alright. We'll drop our fuel by about a lap or so. We'll go 30 laps of fuel, which is more than enough actually. Maybe we'll drop it down another lap, which should be fine. So yeah, let's do this. Let's start this race, starting from P10.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway. These are wet conditions here today. Each driver will no doubt be mindful of the wet surface as they prepare to race around the track. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can, and they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, failing that, within the points.
Alright, here we go then. It is time for some wet Japanese Grand Prix racing. Lights out. Now we're underway. Here in Suzuka, Norris with a little bit of a poor getaway. Ocon trying the inside line. Not working to his liking. Yes, great momentum into turn 1. Oh. P8. Not bad, not bad. Just keep it focused on the racing line. On track. Full grip.
That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you.
Oh boy, the brakes don't work on this car in the wets. Like our Singapore Grand Prix. Somehow made it a dive bomb on Alonso, an aggressive dive bomb because my brakes don't work. Yep. it's rightly so that I give some of the positions back. Exceeding track limits warning there, first one. Brakes don't work in the wets, man. Especially on lap 1. They don't heat up the brakes or something. 130R, almost impossible to take flat out in the wet conditions. Being extra cautious with my braking zones right now. The grip out of the final chicane is also precarious at best. Alright. P7 right now, let's maintain this. Stay close to Alonso. Not much happening on circuit right now. Just cars driving in circles. This is the problem of wet weather driving. Usually not much happens. But for now, keeping our distance to Alonso, but also trying to keep our distance to Stroll, who's right on our rear. Just trying to manage our tires a bit as well, because whoever manages their tire best wins out in the wet conditions. We're halfway through our stint right now. Almost absolute mess right now. The tires are bloody gone. Oh, struggling to keep this car on track right now. Even keeping grip with the tarmac is almost impossible. Oy, oy, oy. Slowing down really a lot. Sainz and Alonso, oh, they're running away. Yo, struggling. Struggling. Oi, oi, oi. Tires are almost gone.
7.0 seconds.
Yeah, acceleration out of corners is a bit of a struggle. Oh, there's a yellow flag, is that? There's an Alfa Romeo stuck on turn 1. Not quite sure what's going on with the Alfa Romeo. Well, that's a bit of action. So far, it's boring. A lot of wheel spin. God dang. This is wild. Really, the car's not built for this weather. Ah, come on. Work with me, mate. Work with me. Really struggling with pace and with grip.
Our gap to the car in front is 9.9 seconds.
9.9 seconds ahead. Jesus. Alright, we're pitting this lap, so let's go.
Hit this lap, so push
Moving on to
that.
another set of inters.
Okay.
Box this lap.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Alright. We need a box. Box, pick confirm. New enters onto the car. Let's go. Let's see what we've got. 2.2, marvelous.
That was a fantastic stop.
Good
Far
stop,
from
good
we were
stop.
expecting.
P14 right now. I don't think many people have pit.
Pit strategy complete. See
We're
these
seeing
tyres
this out
at the
now.
end
A little bit more grip right now with these inters, so I think we're slowly reaching a point where the rain is lightening up and allowing us to really have some pace on the inters.
Now.
Back up to P7 with a purple sector 2 in our previous outlap.
Okay, the gap behind is 3.
Finding more
8
grip for
seconds.
sure. Not much to report on, guys. Not much to report on. Just doing laps here. Yeah, not much. Spoon was horrible.
The next 10 to 15 minutes. There should be more
Rain will be getting a little lighter apparently, but not much that it matters because it's still gonna be horrible to drive around in. Again, I reiterate, I think Japan can go off the list. It's not really a fun track to drive, and there's not much happening at all. It's just boring. Just laps on laps on laps. No real action. Here we are then, just casually driving into the last lap. Literally nothing happened at all that is worth a highlight, so I guess I'll just see this lap out. This Grand Prix has been the most lame, boring, mediocre Grand Prix we've ever driven in. Like, I just don't understand. How can this Grand Prix be so bland? I think Japan can go off the calendar. Really boring. It's just laps on laps on laps, no real action. The rain has lightened up for it to be a solid intercondition race. Exceeding track limits. There's so much grip, it's catching me off guard right now. Also, who at Codemasters thought putting rain droplets on the camera was a good idea? This never happens in an F1 car because of the speed these things go at. These raindrops wouldn't be stuck on the screen, they would be flying off. It's like riding on a plane during takeoff when it's raining. You just see the water droplets on your window and then they slide off because of the pace of the aircraft trying to take off. So seriously, this shouldn't be the case. Like, there should be no water droplets on the camera screen. So yeah, Codemasters had a howler with that one. Couple games now. Because this was the case with F1 2020, 21, 22, and now 23. Make it make sense. Make the physics make sense. Well, that's it then. Checkered flag. And that is P7 secured. What a boring Grand Prix.
Pick up rubber and bring it home.
That's it then for another fantastic Grand Prix here in Japan. A brilliant victory that has thoroughly earned the applause of the sellout crowd here today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sports that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. It was pretty much a straightforward Grand Prix. Just one pit stop and just keep going. We solidified P7 after getting it in lap 1, and then it was just racing in circles for the rest of the session. So Perez, Verstappen, and Hamilton on the podium. Sainz, Leclerc, Alonso, myself, Norris, Bottas, Magnussen in the points. Russell, Albon, Piastri, Tsunoda, Stroll, Gasly, Ocon, and De Vries, Sargent and Joe round out the finishers. No DNFs today. So let's look at the standings then. It is P4 for us, solidifying more points, almost 200 points. We have a 58-point gap to Sergio Perez behind, who did win the race today. So he did earn a lot of points, but we secured a couple more today as well. Trailing Lewis, Hamilton, Leclerc, and Russell in the standings. But Red Bull overtake us, 1 point ahead of us after today's Grand Prix. We are now relegated to P4. That is a big shame. 1 point in it, so the race for P3 has really tightened up. So this is going to get exciting towards the end of the season. Well, that was it for Japan, guys. I don't know what more to say. It was really bland, boring, just running laps. But it was good practice in the wets. We didn't have a wet running Grand Prix, like full 100% race that is all wet, so this was good practice. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe using the red button down below, hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. Thank you guys so much for your support. Take care. See you guys for a new video tomorrow.